I'm saddened because the last time I spoke of someone losing grace, this was December when I spoke about it in the video. And it's been a month now since she's been gone. And now God is telling me that my ex-husband is going to meet a similar fate, that he's going to die. But this time, he showed me how. And I've asked God to allow him to soften his heart before he takes his last breath, to ask to come home, to be forgiven. To be forgiven for the things that he's done. To God, not to me. I don't need him to ask God for forgiveness for the things he did to me. Because the transgressions that he did against God are greater than the ones he did against me. I'm not here for myself. I'm here for God. And I also realized suddenly the money's been low at work. Like, people aren't tipping. People aren't, and I'm not changing my service. My service is still what it has been. And I see the will of theirs fighting against God telling them, tip my daughter. Give to my daughter. And here's how it goes. They're about to write zero. And instead they write $2, $3. And I'm like, Father, did I do something wrong? Did I misstep? Did I say something wrong? What did I do? And now he's bringing it full circle. That it's not me. That they're trying to take the little bit that God gives me, the little bit that I trust him for, to get me from one day to the next. The little bit that I need to survive, they're trying to take it away from me. That's why the money has dwindled, but God hasn't let it stop. When he chooses to, and I recognize, because I need to recognize that the money isn't there now. So then I ask God, why is the money not here? Why am I not getting tips? You know I need that money. I need it to buy food. I need it to buy the things that you want me to. You want me to go eat. You want me to go do these things. I don't have the money for that. I depend on you, Father. And then suddenly, the money will flow. Because I'm always in obedience to what he leads me to do. God showed me that my ex-husband's going to die in a motorcycle accident. And it's going to be bad. Just like Mariah's was bad. Mariah got out of her car looking for her home, looking for her phone, disoriented, still drunk. She took a misstep and she walked right into traffic. They didn't have time to stop. God gave me the gruesome details before anyone else could tell me. And I don't rejoice. And God is already telling me, you cannot cry for them. And I said, Father, you didn't build me to be cold and callous. You built me to love. And while, yes, I won't cry them a river, I will have sadness and I will have tears fall. But I will not mourn them, because that's not what you want. Let the dead bury their dead. I told my ex-husband before we divorced, before the court finalized the divorce, before he moved out, this is what God led me to tell him. I said, if you die before me, just know that I am not going to your funeral. And that took him by, he was like, what? What do you mean? And I said, just know, when you die, I am not going to go to your funeral. And he said, why? I would expect you to be there. You've been my wife for 23 years. Why would you not want to be there? You're the mother of my children. And I said, because it's inappropriate. I cannot be at your funeral. You will not have me there. And I told him, and if I die before you, I don't want you at my funeral. And he goes, well, you can't stop me because you'll be dead. Okay. Just remember what I said. I won't be at your funeral. It's not my place anymore. That was the last thing I said to him. I pray that you find solace in God. That you allow God to come into your lives and uplift you. Whether you believe what I say, whether you trust that God is leading me, that is not for me to decide. That is not for me to give you confirmations. It is only for me to come and give you my testimony of what God is doing in my life, according to His will and according to His plan. When these things begin to happen in my life, because remember what God says, as He starts to put down your enemies, who are His enemies, He will begin to raise you up and give you your blessings. And He did. After Mariah passed away, I received blessings. While I wasn't rejoicing over her death, I was rejoicing of the things that God was doing in my life. Because I cannot allow Lucifer to keep me in a fearful, saddened state. Because God is not sadness or fear. He is love. And in order for me to continue moving forward, I have to feel His love. And I have to feel His joy. In the name of my Lord Jesus, forgive those who have transgressed against you. Forgive those who have trespassed against you, who have persecuted you. For the loss of God is the greatest loss you could ever have. In the name of